Hello, friends. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well with you and your family. Hey, this is Ruby Singh with the Real Estate News School. As you know, we've been covering about selling your house. Doesn't matter if you're a first-time seller or you are an investor who is, looking to sell homes, correct? So we covered a lot in previous videos, as you know. We, we covered, in fact, if you haven't watched the previous videos, right? We've been covering so many good strategies for investors, right? Different tips and for tenants, for landlords, right? We've been covering a lot on that. So if you haven't watched those videos, please go back and watch those videos. There are so much information and guidance on this channel about wholesaling, about short sale, about credit scores. So go back and watch those videos, please. If you know how we've been continuing this um, with the, different like request you guys send it to me, what you want to know more, right? So I always pick that. And again, thank you so much from my humble heart for those wonderful comments you guys write it for me. I really appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. That definitely makes my day. um, and also, you know, those in those comments, you guys always sometimes write, what you want to know more about that, and then, I try to give you guys the answer because of this. I've so much, like so many years of experience in real estate, in banking world, in finance world. So I'm just bringing all this to you guys from my own experience. Okay. Um, and again, thank you so much for, how you guys write in those comments, that how you always share these videos with your loved ones, and how much is changing and how much you guys learning, you know, from my videos. So I really appreciate you guys. I wish you guys the best in your real estate adventure. Um, and I'm always here. If you have any questions, you guys write that in the comments, and I'm always trying to answer, your questions in those comments. And thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. So let's start now. We've been covering, about what are the first step that, you know, when you try to sell your house, how staging or appraisal or curb appeal it affect your property, right? We also covered a lot in the investor series, about the home renovations, about pros and cons, or flipping or wholesaling, all that, right? So please go back and watch those playlists. I have different number of videos according to the playlist. So you can always go back and watch the playlists, okay? Um, so let's talk today about ROI, which I explained it to you guys as a whole video just on ROI, which is return on your investment, that I made, that you can go back and where I share with you guys just a simple formula to get the best rate on your return on your investment. Okay. So let's talk today, like previously in our last video, um, that we covered how about the appraisal, if you're planning to sell your house, how you can price the house, how you can, if you really need to sell it quickly, how you can sell it quickly, right? And so let's talk today about ROI, okay? Because like making upgrades, that can be easy, okay, as replacing the handset, on your front door, and freshening up your paint job, or daunting or remodeling your entire kitchen or bathroom, master bathroom, right? Those that, that we've covered that in detail in our previous videos, and please go back and watch if you don't know what we are talking on this video. You can go back and watch that in the playlists. Okay. um because the guy question usually, my sellers, they always, or my investors, they always ask me that, Mr. Ruby, what home improvement will give us the best return on if we do the remodeling to sell the house? Okay. And what I always explain it to them, that the ROI, which is return on your investment, is generally less than 100% in real estate. Okay. So guys, the rule of thumb is, you know, you don't have to go overboard to do the, remodeling, right? Because it's frequently advised in this area that it's better to update, remodel your home while living in it, correct? So, and usually it's not solely at the time when it comes to sell, that's the time you have to start your remodeling project, correct? Because that way, there's more enjoyment in the improvement of your house, and it's less cost effective and time in preparing for the sale, because some desirable upgrades or home improvement, it will not return their cost in that sale price. And that's usually what I explain to my sellers when they are ready to sell the property and they call me for the advice, or the investors, they are looking to flip the property, or um, trying to wholesale the property. So it's better for the owner. I would always recommend it to them that enjoy your upgrades, right? While you are living in the house, and slowly you can make those upgrades, correct? So if your home, suppose, let me give you guys an example, okay? So if your home is worth, suppose, let's say 275 or 300,000, okay? And you spend around 25,000 to revamp the kitchen, you know, I would recommend, that's just my recommend. You guys can do whatever you like to do, and of course um, all along I've been telling you guys, anytime you are trying to make a big investment, or trying to buy a big investment, uh, concern your attorney, your tax advisor, correct? So don't make mistake of assuming that the investment will increase the value, right? Dollar for dollar. Okay. Because the remodel may add value to the home, right? But the return in the dollar spent will be around 50%, guys. Okay. There's the smaller upgrades like replacing outdated fixture in the kitchen or bathroom or are certainly definitely are worthwhile, right? Because that's the first thing, you know, um, we need, correct? So major remodeling of those rooms isn't, I would say, it's not a best uh, return on your investment. Okay. So that's okay. Don't take me like that's not, I'm saying that you cannot ignore necessary repairs that home inspector would come up as a red flag. You know that, okay? Because when you're selling a house, correct, the buyer will ask for home inspection. And the reason for home inspection is that it will come out, bring out everything. Even there's a hole in the wall, right? The inspector will go through that why there is a hole in the wall, and it will come in the report. And that can come as a red flag, especially if the buyer is, you know, getting a loan, right? So underwriter, like myself, I was, so many years, I work as a underwriter, finance underwriter. That definitely comes for us, as a red flag when when I'm trying to approve that this buyer will get the loan for the property you are trying to sell, because that will definitely come as a yay or nay, right? If it's the property is worth of for me to lending the amount of money, right? That if it's worthwhile, right? So I, it would be demand before issuing the a loan to the buyer. Okay. Um, and if major problems like leaking, pipes or a leaking roof or outdated electric wiring that exist, you may want to repair those before putting your home on the market, or expect to give a concession to the buyer, correct? So you can also, that way they can choose according to what they want to when they are moving to the house, correct? So that's why, guys, I always recommend start with the basics. Every listed home should meet the basic expectations of any buyer. It should have a sound roof. It should have a functioning, gutter and downspouts. It should have, if it's the foundation, has a cracks in it, or is functioning, non-functioning heating or air conditioned system, right? So solid subflooring and the safe, secure electric wiring, all of these points are very necessary points that will come in the home inspection reports. Okay. And that will determine if the buyer will get they will able to get the loan, right? Or if they're investor, right? And based on they are, those investors, they know what they are buying, correct? They can decline the property because there's other properties are on sale they can go for, correct? So With finance mandated, the home inspection and shortcomings may be required to remedy to get your buyer financing approval, and that is 100% accurate. Being as a underwriter, finance underwriter myself, right, who calculate, numbers all day, right? Um, and we go through all reports, and we, based on those, right, the appraisal reports, based on the um, home inspection reports, we, as an underwriter, we accept or decline the loans, financing approval for the buyer or for that property, that they are your property that you are planning to sell. Yes, they can buy other properties, definitely, but if it does not match our underwriting guidelines or our state guidelines, the state the property is residing, it will get, it will financing will be rejected for your property. So guys, it's important to understand that the market value of a home is determined by the price of comparable homes, right? We've been covering all that. Like I said, watch the previous videos, that way you know exactly what we are talking about, right? We've been talking about in detail about the comps, that are recently sold in the area you're planning to sell the house, and also the homes that are on sale in the area you're planning to sell. So extensive remodeling to sell the home or to increase the value, it may not pay off, because the property need to be up to date. It's up to the standards of the neighboring homes. So while the kitchen has to be, comparable to others, spending like, as I said, about, if we spend like 25,000 for remodel kitchen, right? In the area where we are comparing other homes that are on sale or sold, right? So if those homes, they are sold for 275,000, and it will not increase your house value for 300,000 or above. So you have to keep in mind, while it may be helping, helpful selling feature, it won't return dollar for dollar value. Okay. So that's why, another point you have to keep in mind, guys, the mechanical maintenance. Okay, you're gonna ask Miss Ruby, what's that? What is mechanical maintenance, correct? Mechanical maintenance, guys, it's easy, to get wrapped up in in the more like eye-pleasing activities, correct? And where we, because we consider, because our intention is toward more eye-pleasing aspect of, preparing the home to sell. However, the upkeep of all the more mundane aspects of the home, it cannot be overlooked, guys, because the mechanical feature requires consideration, that are like electric boxes, right? Correct? And the wiring in those electric boxes, your natural gas line, the plumbing pipes, correct? Plumbing system, your central heating and air condition. Because if these components are old or outdated or not working correctly, the home appeal will be lowered as eventually, you know, is eventually sale price. So according to Nash, I would say that 31 mechanical feature inquired 1% of mechanical feature inquired on the property is very, very important, guys. Okay. Because people, they want to purchase a home that reflect their aesthetic taste and lifestyle, but also one that is safe and sound. Faulty electrical system do not provide a feeling of safety. Leaking, leaky plumbing that arouses concern of like if it's you know more they might come up like a mold infestation or sewage problem, correct? So these areas can require extensive work and they are extremely important. Overlooking them in the preparation stage and you run the risk of trouble later with the inspections and appraisals. Okay. So if aids the sale, if possible, it aids the sale, because it certify or remediate any deficiencies in the mechanical system, you should consider contacting your professional inspection, that for buyer to review it's a big plus in the marketing. Okay. So these, you know, are very, very important components, guys, because to have someone who is a certified plumber, they inspect the entire water system for any leaks or I'm talking about if you have a well or septic field, right? Or hire the electrician to check all the wiring, hire the HVAC company to have technical performance throughout, service checkup, right? And your gas supplier, um, make sure, they are checking those tanks and lines that they all are working efficiently. So if you are looking for an alternative to calling or and arranging all the different inspections, certified home inspector usually cover all items related to mechanical issue and more, because they will give you the thorough report. They'll be able to identify possible trouble spots because many buyers hire an inspector, so you may be saving them a major step in the sale process. Because if you have mechanical issue and decide to sell your home as is, it may be necessary to negotiate with the buyer. Okay. Another issue is appliances, guys. because new appliances undoubtedly, they make an impact on the buyer, correct? Because the buyer are sometime usually interested or somewhat interested in buying a home feature with new appliances. Okay, and it doesn't have to be over the top, or like, still I would say around 70 to 20% of the buyer, they prefer stainless steel appliances, because the most important factor that appliances were available in the home and they all are working condition, correct? Most buyers who were unable to get their sought after appliances said, they would have been willing to pay on average nearly 2000 or more for those appliances. And potential buyers want appliances that is including um, that, they will pay um, more for some time a good appliances, especially if they are new or they are in excellent condition. Okay, because the new appliances, guys, that might be what sets a house apart from the home for the sale across the street. If new appliances are out of reach, offer immaculately, it can clean or fully functioning, make sure that existing ones are fully functioning, and then they are also clean. Another point I would recommend, guys, when it comes in the reports, is the hardware. Okay. Um, because carefully inspect your bathroom, your kitchen hardware. If it is unsightly or worn out, it's best to replace it, correct? Put yourself, that's, I've been saying that over and over throughout these videos, that put yourself in other person's shoes, correct? Because they are buying your house. For them, it's their new home, correct? Old, worn out fixtures are, they will speak it for themselves, right? So for them it's a new home. So if you feel that the hardware need to be replaced, do it, guys. Okay, because that will sometime, they the buyer, they notice all those things. So unless those knobs on those cabinets, that or the pull handles or the hinges are broken, you need to replace them. Get the fresh look simply by, either by washing, sanding, or painting with the spray, especially for the kitchen and bathroom hardware, if they are just the paint is worn out or something like that, that if you it's not broken or messed up, so that can be cost effective. So check all your hardwares in the house, correct? Like, of course, we talk about knobs and hinges, and um, that if they are worn out, you need to fix them. And also in the bathroom, the towel bars, the toilet paper holder, the door handles, the light fixtures, correct? So the goal is to touch up your home nicely without excessive spending. The internet, you know, also it can, uh, you can go and shop around for the prices according to your budget, correct? Because if you have broken or worn out hardware, it's best to replace it. The entire set. Make sure it's not like make sure entire set is matching, guys. It's not like one knob is different than totally different than other knobs, on the cabinet. So make sure when you're picking up if it need to be replaced, please pick up the whole set and change the whole set, knobs on all cabinets. Okay. And if you can't, as I said, if those knobs are not broken, you can paint them too, right? You don't have, if they're not broken and you think they are okay, you can just paint them. So another issue sometimes comes, when I go planning to, put the property on sale and the house is so dark. Whether it's make sure that whether it's a natural light or artificial light, bring the light. That's the most effective way to show your house. Because using the light system, it enhance the home appeal. It can make a difference. Okay. Because sometimes dim lighting, it gives everything in the house that dingy feel, right? So assessing the light in each area of your home, that will give you a quick idea where to bring in more light. Because rooms with abundant windows greatly, benefit from natural light as your home. It will be seen during the day, right? And also the supplemental light is necessary for rooms with the smaller windows, right? Because little natural light coming in, um, make sure that you have effective lights coming in the house, either artificially or natural. So increase the wattage of the light bulbs in your lamps to improve the artificial light. As a rule of thumb, there should be like, either 100 watts for each 50 square feet of space. Okay. Um, let's talk about light. Okay. I know we talk about, the bulbs, the lighting system, artificial light. Let me tell you guys, there are three kind of lightning. Okay. If you have pen and paper, you are writing all these guidelines, you're planning to sell the house, you're writing these, um, most welcome to write these or go back and watch the playlists of the videos. It will cover everything what we've been talking. So three kinds of lightning, guys. There's general lightning overhead. That's typically ambient light. The another light is called pendant light. The pendant light that's good for like food preparation or reading. When we cooking, there's a light bulbs on top of the cooking stove, right? That's called a pendant light. Okay. So The accent light are usually they are on the table or on mounted walls. That's called accent light. It doesn't have to be that you have to pick one over the other. When you are showing your house, you can use all of three these, you know, lightning system that we just covered, yeah, to bring out the best for your home has to offer, right? The accent light, the pendant light, the overhead light, correct? The ambient light. So the key areas such as foyers that can, set the stage by impressing, buyer with the dramatic light source, or if you do not have an abundance of like natural light coming in, you don't have a larger windows, right, to bring the automatic natural light, you can also put the chandelier type light that work if your ceilings are high enough, right? Another thing is the walls sconces that are very impressive in the smaller places. So do not assume, guys, that you need to buy new fixture if you can update the existing one. The goal is to make sure that each area of the home is effectively lit. Kitchen, bathrooms, portal rooms, these two areas can make or break the sale. Because the combination of ambient and natural and pendant light that can bring out the best in your kitchen space. Because the mounting track, lightning, underneath your cabinet, that gives counters a chance to shine, aesthetically and functionally. So make sure the light over the sink area is sufficient and working properly. If you have a hood, right, that the over the stove that we're talking for the pendant light, right? The one we use for food preparation or for reading. So that pendant light can bring the best in your kitchen. Mounting tracks um, underneath the cabinet, that also, as I said, that's a good feature. So another the light over the sink area, that's also sufficient and it should be working properly. So if you have a hood over the stove, install clear bulb to ensure the brightest light. Lightning is in the bathroom needs to be intense without being too harsh. Soft lighting it enhance any part of the house you want to highlight. Avoid harsh lighting in the bedroom as well. Lamp that strategically that place with it give the bedroom a peaceful or restful feel. Um, Another is closet lighting, right? That should be bright too, correct? So even though if it's a lightly painted rooms, they still need sufficient light so the room does not appear at too drab, right? Another point you have to keep in mind the flooring. Because if you want to avoid home shoppers who are looking down on your home, they will be looking down at what is under their feet. Your home's value can be downgraded by the buyer if your floors are in bad shape. On the flip side, if your home's flooring is well done and it's in excellent condition, buyers will more willing to pay more for it. maximize profit without compromising investment dollar in is the goal, right? Correct? So the flooring and carpeting are not in sellable shape if you need to take inventory of those. There's no point in spending money unnecessarily if the improvement do not add significant value or help the home sell quickly. However, there are options that don't break the budget also, correct? So repairing and thoroughly cleaning floors are least expensive way. So start with those. Take stock by examining all floors, move furniture out of the way, and make notes regarding conditions, any stains or blemishes. Write down what need to be replaced, cleaned, or repaired. Because carpets, yes, can be steamed, cleaned to eliminate stains, and also if you have pets, pet odors, sometimes they don't go away, but it can eliminate little bit of the household odor. If the carpets are path-worn or dull, you can replace them easily with other kind of flooring with the reasonable ROI. Because although carpeting does make a room feel cozy, laminate floor can be cosmetically fixed with the repair. You know, you can get that from any home improvement stores. Okay. And hardwood flooring that can be easily that refinish if the wood is worn out or the water damage. Seek the advice of someone who is flooring professional, because real wood floors add a level of quality to your home that the laminate flooring that cannot match. Okay, so keep these things in mind, guys. um, let's also talk about, actually, let me talk about kitchen and bath in detail. We've been talking about kitchen and bath before, but let me explain it to you guys a little bit on that. That when making upgrades to your kitchen and your bathroom, be aware of what constitutes or substantial investment that you are planning to put in that, because the key is to consider the mass appeal of for the sake of resale value. Like, let's say, suppose, let me give you guys example. Okay, suppose one homeowner, they decided to add a backsplash and more cabinet space in the kitchen, and then they updated the appliances, they refurnished the oak flooring, correct? And the seller kept the price. Suppose that all that, just those basic stuff that cost $4,000. Okay, the seller kept the price comparable to the sale in the area, they and ended up selling for maybe 20 to 25,000 more than the asking price, because one interested buyer, you know of course, they want a bidding war, correct? So the lesson here is, guys, that you do not need to bust your budget to sell your house. Okay. um but you do want to have a mass appeal. Kitchens are pivotal in the home appeal, because you know make sure that as we've been covering in detail before, but I will brush up some points again for you guys. Yeah, since we are covering the kitchen right now, I would say, neutral colors, right? Paint neutral colors. Add new backsplash in the kitchen, or install new, if you plan countertop, if they are dated, if you need to bring the home up to the current area standard. Add new multifunctional kitchen faucets or cabinet space to increase the storage or pantry. Replace any bathroom vanities. Pedestal sink or trendy cabinet sinks have sometimes mass appeal, but replace toilet seats or the entire toilet if it's necessary. Correct? So these points, you have to keep that in mind when you're planning to sell your house. Another focal point I would say, um, is the energy upgrades on the energy savings to lower the utility bills, because more and more buyers are looking for homes that are reduced consumption, and they want to save money on the utility expenses. Okay, like, let me give you guys example. You can install, you can ask, okay, Ms. Ruby, what are those savings, or what are those you know um, energy efficient that we can use. Guys, you can install energy saving, smart thermostat, right? Because that thermostat, energy saving thermostat, that can save you your utility bills a lot for good amount of time. I mean, money, sorry. Or you can install a solar vents in the attic space that help expel the hot air during the summer month. Those are very, very good, and they really do, cool up the house very, very well. So when people accumulate on abundance of possession, they need a space to store it, right? They want to sometimes clear the clutter. According, most home buyers, they would prefer improve the greater closet space as well as storage options. Okay. I would, in my experience, I came up with, like, mostly around 90% they wanted a laundry room. Okay. They want, in the bathroom, they want a linen closet. They want a garage storage. Around 80 to 85% want a garage storage. They also wanted to walk in the kitchen pantry, the walk-in kitchen pantry. So guys, storage is a plus. That actually give buyers, when they get the great storage, they are very happy, because sometimes they have a big families, and they accumulate a lot of stuff that they need to bring it in. So if you can add new closets to your home, that is easily do so, or building simple closet isn't sometimes not difficult to moderately handy, uh, comes out handy. So if you're selling an older home where closet space is typically minimal, this will definitely help when you're planning to sell the house. Because if your room are already small, okay, you might not want to take any square footage away from them, because existing closets that can be updated to maximize the space at hand. If you don't have the skills or funds to hire someone to build new space, you can consider investing in closet organizer, sorry, closet organizer, right? That to make the most of, what space you have, correct? So you can easily design your custom closet kit, when you meet someone who can uh, make the closet space for you. Okay. So you can also go to your standard home superstore or hardware store. You know, they can sometimes build inexpensive, you know, uh, closet according to your space. So organizers, like, they won't enlarge your closet, but they will maximize vertical and horizontal space in the suitable alternative way. And don't stop there, guys. After all, the storage isn't restricted to the closet, correct? Storage improvement opportunity like apply to all cabinets, include, for the clothes, for closet, for linen closet, or attics or basement space, etc. Correct? So make sure you organize your cabinets, or same retail the provide closet or organize that can help you with this. So take a good look for your laundry room, your linen closet, add extra shelving in these spaces. It can make a big impact. Look for any place you can provide attractive and inexpensive storage space when you're planning to sell the house, and go with the buyer's point of view. If your house is older, right? Because in older homes there were not much closet area. So make sure your improvements are tasteful, and you'll be benefit from increasing the storage solution. So updating your home with rate on return on your investment in mind is the best approach when preparing your home for sale. Look over recent list of, okay, what buyers want in the home. And I covered so much in my previous videos on those topics. Look over the in those videos, in my previous videos, compare it, what you have in your house, how you can upgrade accordingly with suppressing the price line for comparable homes in your area, right? So let me recover some points again, what we've been covering, just if you want to take a notes, or you can always go back and watch previous playlists also. It has so much information in detail, how you can get return on your investment, what features you need. Okay, like Energy Star, right? Rated appliances, your laundry room, your Energy Star rating with the for the whole home, right? Your exhaust fan in the bathroom, exterior lighting, your bathroom linen closet, Energy start rated windows, your ceiling fan, garage door, table space for eating in the kitchen, walk-in kitchen pantry. Keep all these in mind, because they do affect 80 to 90% when you're planning to sell the house. These features, they are not guarantee, but they are very effective and profitable um, for upgrades. That's what buyers are looking for at this time, like a shower stall, right? Without a tub in the master bathroom, right? Um, or they want two-story family room, or they wine some buyers, you know, who drink, they like a wine cooler. They want, some of people who do like more gatherings and parties, they want that wet bar, right? They want the laminate countertop or laundry area or outdoor kitchen, right? They want a gaming room. These are the people who does the parties and they are more into social gatherings, right? They're looking for in the homes his and her bath. They want a glass front cabinets. Okay. So these these features, it doesn't have to be in your house, but the previous ones that we covered, right, they are more that buyers are looking. These features, I would say 25 to 50%, like shower stall or two-story or wine cooler, all these things, outdoor kitchen, game room, these are, I would say, 25 to 50%, not many, 25 to 40, correct? So these are the things you have to consider, guys, in order to get the max ROI when you're planning to sell your house. And hope all this been helping you guys. And I'm getting a tons of comments on, yes, that how much you guys are learning from this, and it's really eye-opening, and there's no information like this, explainable information like this out there, right? Because all anytime people want to give any kind of education information, they want to charge tons and tons of money to you guys. But here I'm just bringing my experience for you guys, you know, to so you can benefit from these videos, from this education. It's just my experience I'm bringing along for you guys that can, you know, so much of the, when you're trying to sell the house or buy the house, all those great tips that you guys been saying, that how much you guys are learning and how you and your loved one, your family, friends are benefiting from these videos. And I thank you guys for all those wonderful comments. It's definitely makes my day, guys. Thank you. And till then, take care of yourself and we'll talk soon. Again, this is Ruby Kaur Singh with the Real Estate News School, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. Take care.